Hey, this is Sarge here at C4 Defense, and today we're going to check out the, I forgot my range belt. Forgot my holster. Fantastic. All right, well, maybe I've got something in the Save Your Equipment range bag that'll save the day. Holy mackerel. It's a Core Essentials range belt. Let's go ahead and try it out. Now, in all seriousness, this is a range belt. This is their new version from Core Essentials. They were nice enough to send me to test out. So let's go ahead and put it together right now. Make a little room here. I have had a Core Essentials belt. I've been wearing one every day for over a year now, probably 2 years, because once you go to a gun belt, you're not going back to a regular belt. So let's go ahead and get all this out. Let's see what's in here. First thing we have is the inner belt. Yeah, that's the key to this whole setup, is this inner belt. Let's get the buckle out. Let's get that set up. Let's get the belt itself out. When they were nice enough to offer me one, I went with the tan, the coyote color. They have, I know they have multicam, they have gray. I think they have gray. They have all kinds of stuff, not just the tan. So let's go ahead and get started putting this together. Now, the first thing we have to do is measure. We got to size the outer belt. You find your pant size on the tape, you cut to the mark. Be sure to cut from the opposite end of the track. Obviously, don't cut the track, please don't. And if your pant size is 36, cut at the 36 mark. I wear a 36, but I'm just going to double check, and yeah, it is. Lay this out, and I bought my Gerber cleaver that I have sharpened up to a ridiculous amount. First thing we got to do is line that up with the outer edge of the belt. We're going to run it all the way out, and right there is 36. Now this takes a little bit of work to cut because they have a core. Heck, maybe that's why they call them Core Essentials. I don't know. But they have a plastic core, and I've got it not only on the nylon ones, but on my buffalo leather one that I have, that if you can see, I'm going this one right there, you can see that plastic core in there, and that's what gives it the rigidity of when, that's the neat thing about a gun belt or a range belt, is they actually hold your holster up. You don't have to crank it down like on a leather belt. It's got to be tight to your body for it to hold the holster up. These can be a little bit loose, and they have the rigidity to hold up the holster instead of, you know, having to pull it to you. So we got to size the inner belt. If your pants are 36, I don't know how they knew I wore 36, you cut it to a 35. So you cut it 1 inch short on the inner belt. Be sure to cut the belt from the opposite of the hex section. All right, let's mark this just to be sure and make sure it's long enough. So let's do that again. I'm going to lay this out flat now that I know it's going to fit. So this goes to the end we're not going to cut, obviously. And we're going to lay that out. We're going to cut this. It says 35. There we go. And I think they've made this second version. I think this belt actually has some rigidity to it. This one has some, you can see it, this one has some plastic in it as well. So this one actually has a little bit of rigidity, where I think in the first version it was a whole lot looser. So this one, the combination of the two should be really good. When you put this belt together, you want the adjustment on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get these screws out of it. Now you see your little claw right there. We're going to open that up, and then we're going to stick the belt in it. So basically all you do is feed it in there, push it in tight, and then lock it in. And then for positive retention, these screws lock into the belt itself. All right, there's that. Let me show you how it works. Once you feed it in, it locks. You need to let it out a little bit, you let it out a little bit. You need to tighten it up, you tighten it up. So there is how the battle belt works. Now let's fix the inside. I guess now what we got to do is we got to try it on to make sure that it fits. See, there is my EDC Core Essentials. They sent a handy hanger, so when you hang these up in the closet, oh well, you know, they ratchet right on there. It'll even hold this one. You can hang those up to save space. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna put the end on it. It'd be nice if I had a hammer, but this screwdriver will work, the handle will. And that's it. And I'll show you how this works. As you can tell right now, you could put that inner belt on and you could pull it, but just how tight can you get it when you're just wrapping it over and it's Velcro on the other side? It can only be so tight. But once you apply the outer belt and you run it through there, so now you've got it about tight, well now you pull it and you tighten up with the outer belt and this moves and folds in on itself, and that's how you get the tightness that you want. A good 6 inches of adjustment in this one. Pants belts have, I think, 10 inches of adjustment, so they've got more. Well now if I just had my holster, I could finish assembling it. Whoa, would you look at that? Let's go ahead and put this thing together. All right, got my high speed gear pouches on there, got my Blackhawk holster that'll work with anything with the TLR1. I went ahead and loaded up some 10mm mags with some ammo from True Shot Gun Club. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna show you how to put this thing on and we'll try it out. And I almost forgot, we gotta put our little piece on here. It Velcros to the inside, and then when you put the belt on, you close that over the excess to keep it nice and tight. All right, now let me show you how to put this on. First thing you gotta do is just get the belt kind of lined up, the buckle. Then you just kind of feed it around on the Velcro. You put it together, you tighten it up, we put our little leg strap on, and there we go. That's a nice little battle belt. We got our mags, we got our gun, we're ready to go. Let's get some ears and we'll try it out. Grab my old Axle blue trackers. So let's go ahead and see how this thing holds up. Yeah, there we go. All right, try one more. Ah! All right, that's it. The Core Essentials range belt. You can check them out, coreessentials.com. And like I said, I have had nothing but good luck. Wear it every day. Like I haven't worn anything except a gun belt in the last couple of years, and this range belt is fantastic. I think it's going to hold up well, and see you on the range.